What's going on YouTube? It's Tyler from Mission VR, where it's my mission to bring you guys good quality VR content. I am back. I was on vacation and took a little bit of a break from making some videos, so I appreciate the patience, but I have hit 150 subscribers, which is pretty awesome, so thank you guys for that. And today we've got a little bit of a special video because I am going to be reviewing AIRA VR and I'm going to be giving away 3 copies of it. So in order to qualify for the giveaway, got to be subscribed to my channel and drop a comment on this video below, and in 1 week I'm going to pick 3 people to win a Steam key for this game. And it is a pretty fun game and very, very underrated. It's a game I didn't even know existed. It's been out for actually a year, but the developers made some big changes to it, and quite frankly, for the price they're asking for it on Steam, it's really a promising contender, especially if you like tower defense games. And this is what this is. It's a first-person tower defense game. So I really enjoy it, and I think you guys are going to enjoy it too. So without further ado, let's hop on into the content section. Alright guys, so what is actually in this game? What are you going to be doing? Well, it's pretty simple. You are going to be facing waves and waves of enemies that are trying to get to the end goal, and your goal is to stop them before they get there. With towers and weapons and grenades and booby traps, anything you could think of, you're going to be able to stop them with, and it does get quite challenging and a lot of fun. Now, when it comes to actual game modes in this game, there are a fair amount of them. And when I say that, I mean there's a campaign, and yeah, it has some story elements to it, and it gets the job done. It's nothing, that it would win any type of awards or anything, but it definitely is, it sets the scene for what you're doing, and, you can really kind of role play with it afterwards if you want to. And I think that that's an important feature, and it's pretty fun. And plus, there's a challenge mode and, some different challenge modes in the campaign, so you can go through it again and really give yourself a challenge. Now, there's also, of course, the endless game modes, that really tower defense games, thrive off of, and you really should never have a tower defense game without an endless game mode. So obviously that's there. There's some endless game mode challenges, which is pretty cool, and really it's just, it's tower defense in VR, and you're really gonna, it's as simple as that. You're really gonna have a great time playing it if you enjoy tower defense games. Now, there's definitely some bonus things in this game. There's a one game mode that has, more waves and a special boss at the end, which I was pretty surprised about, and it actually was quite challenging, and I really enjoyed the challenge of running around the map, trying to defeat this boss, because my towers were, they were helping, but they weren't, getting the job done, so I had to chase it around the map and really just lay down the firepower on it. It was a lot of fun to do so. I really enjoy the upgrade system in this game. There's actually a lot of weapons you can upgrade to, and a lot of tower upgrades, which is pretty cool, and there's just other little things to really bolster this game's, replay value, is that, if you want to use all of this certain type of tower, all of that certain type of tower, you can do that. And it's pretty cool, honestly, how many upgrades there are for such a small, unheard of game. And I think that that's what's really amazing, is that there just is a lot to do in this game, for what you're getting. And I think that that's really where I want to focus on this game as being a very big positive, is just how much there actually is to do with what you're getting. And I believe this game right now is $10.99 or $9.99 on Steam, which is really quite an amazing price tag for a game that you're probably going to be able to get at least 10 hours out of, if not more, and I've already put more into it myself. So it's a lot of fun, and the content, there's definitely a lot to do there. You're going to get a good bang for your buck when it comes to the content section.
Stop the opposing spaceships and protect our facilities. I wish you good luck on your mission.
Alright, so when it comes to the sound design of this game, it's pretty good. It, again, wouldn't win any awards by any stretch of imagination, but it gets the job done. And the weapons sound good. The assault rifle and the minigun sound great. They are the same sound, unfortunately, but they do have a nice sound to them. The ray gun has a good sound. I mean, all the weapons in this game, with the exception of the pistols, have pretty solid sound design. And, you're not really going to be complaining about anything other than, like I said, the pistols are just a little bit loud and sci-fi-y, and it's just kind of annoying, and I think that the developer would benefit from maybe changing that sound up. Other than that, though, the towers sound good. The ambiance of, what you're doing sounds good. When they, end up breaking through your defenses and hitting the goal, the end goal, you get a warning of it, or when you almost defeat the wave, you get a warning of it, or like I said, when the boss comes out in, a special game mode, it's a pretty loud sound, and it kind of just, gives you that sense of, oh god, I gotta go get this thing done. So the sound design really does work here, and it's great, and it's going to keep you immersed in the game. You're going to enjoy it. There's nothing that's going to be blaringly bad about it. Now, when it comes to the graphics are very serviceable in this game. You're not going to have much screen door effect, if any at all, unless you're looking at the distances, and that's really when we all see it in VR anyways, is when you're looking out at the distances. But for the most part, you're not going to be really looking out anywhere other than the track of where the enemies are coming down at, because there's a lot of enemies, and your help is valuable to your defense. So again, you're not really going to be looking out too much at the distances, but there is some pretty cool ambiance and, pretty cool environments, so you will check those out. But again, the screen door effect is just really not that noticeable. And, the graphics in this game, again, they're not going to win any awards, but they do keep you immersed. And the sci-fi-ness of them, it does a good job. You feel like you're on other worlds. You feel like you're in a good spot. So I just really think that this is a good graphic design for a game that really, again, like I said, is not that expensive. You're not looking at a AAA game here. It's an indie game, and it's pretty good. You're not really going to notice anything majorly wrong with it. I mean, it gets the job done. So that's a very important feature when you're looking at a game like this. Alright guys, and lastly, we've got pros and cons and my final verdict. And for my first pro, I do want to talk about just the strategy involved in this game. You can really have the freedom to do whatever you want, set up your defenses whichever way you want. If you want to front load, right out of the spawn, you want to have a fortress of towers, yeah, you can do that. If you rather would slowly work the enemies down throughout the whole cross of the map, you can do that. And some of the maps offer a good variety of, like, there's 2 lanes the enemies are coming down. They're going to split here. How am I going to place my towers to maximize the efficiency of them, and so that I can help and maximize the efficiency of my own damage? I really enjoyed the strategy aspect of this. And plus, quite frankly, whenever you strap up the minigun and, you start unleashing the firepower on a horde of enemies, it's a lot of fun, and you get a good feeling to that. Also, the laser weapon you get at the very end, you got to crank it up to charge it, and it's pretty cool. It does a good job, and you're really going to enjoy it. It gives you a good sense of immersion. So I think that's a good pro for that. Now, con-wise, I really don't have a lot. There was only really one bug I ran into, and it was on one level. The towers weren't up high on the podiums. They were kind of merged into the map. And then also, I wasn't a big fan of the fact that some of the weapons actually run out of ammo in the middle of a round, and there's no way to recharge them, which definitely sucks. So I hope the developer changes that, because that's not really, as fun as it would be to, use the minigun for the whole round. So I definitely wasn't a fan of that. But when it comes to my final verdict for this game, it is definitely a buy if you are into tower defense games. I just don't know how this game has flown under the radar for so long. There's not a ton of VR tower defense games as is. I mean, and the ones that are kind of VR tabletop games where, you're looking from the top at your towers, which is always fun and always good. But, there's a severe lack of first-person tower defense games in general, which are a lot of fun, because if you can contribute to the defense, you feel like you're actively doing something, and that is definitely a lot of fun. And then to throw it into VR is really just a really enjoyable experience. So this game is a definite buy if you're into tower defense games, and honestly, even if you're not into tower defense games, there's enough to do in this game, shooter-wise and strategy-wise. You're probably going to enjoy this game. And again, the price tag of $9.99 on Steam is pretty appealing and should definitely be taken a look at, especially if you have $10 to throw at something, you're bored one night. This game is going to keep you occupied for a decent amount of time. So definitely a buy in my book. Alright guys, that is it for this video. Now remember to like and subscribe to my channel. If you are subscribed, drop a comment on this video. I'm going to be giving away 3 copies of AIRA VR in 1 week, so I want to make sure that you guys get your money's worth out of this game. And like I said, I think it's a buy, so it's going to be well worth your time to drop a comment and subscribe to my channel, because you're really going to enjoy this game, especially if you get it for free, because I don't really think there's any game that I've gotten for free that I didn't enjoy somewhat because I didn't pay for it. So make sure you drop a like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys next time.